bitch. Everything's going as planned. How do I keep it that way? Keep the Glock in my hand. I did some things I regret. Fucking my nigga girl, sorry the pussy too wet. Niggas be talking that shit. I got authority, I put that shit right to his lip. Pussy, you think you a pimp? You a little bitch, you a little ass little chimp. It ain't no mistake. I'm cool on the outside, inside filled with rage. This bitch ass soul I ate, the pole I wait. I told y'all stay, now you gon' pay. Now y'all gon' get it. I love you, bitch. Nah, I'm just kidding. They love how I switch and now I'm just spinning. Got so much to say about me like it was written. Ice boy Gabe, I don't like to boat. I don't like y'all niggas, y'all doing the most. My niggas be running around with a toast. I'm carrying guns and I don't got a host. Can't talk to y'all niggas cause y'all niggas fans. These bitches be having my name on they post. I fucked on that same my little hoe, then I ghost. I know you tryna hold it, I would expose it. They used to laugh at me like I was joking. Now they attracted me like I ain't chosen. I saw the niggas some shit gave me token. Try bring it back to me like it was broken. This is a masterpiece we taking over. Yeah, this is a masterpiece we taking over. Yeah, this all masterpiece. I'ma run up on a nigga with a golden piece. Yeah, she suck on my dick and you kissed her. This ain't no motherfucking mouth, this a Swiffer. I'm smoking the wood, this ain't no swisher. When she with me, I know that you miss her. You was my nigga, why did you switch her? Now I gotta blow your brains out like Skitcher. You was behind, you need to catch up. Now I'm hanging with BG, I don't switch her. When you open your mouth, everyone like answers. That's why I hit from the back like an ambush. That's why my homie told your bitch and gave her back. Now you can't tap by that part that my man took. We don't fuck with you cause we like to chop. You claim that you walking around with a chopstick. We heard you was walking around on some option. No, I gotta shoot him, he gave me no option. Bitch, when you shoot, better hope that they hit me. The chopper is seen, just like it's with. Pull up to the scene, that chopper come with. You know when I shoot, I'm taking the kid. Me popping that soup at the top and kick. If I'm rocking with you at the top, going with me. If my dog ever suit, better leave quickly. My dog go Scooby-Doo, just leave a mystery. I ain't just been at home doing nothing. I'm getting funded like I'm a company. Just say he won't bump me, but he gon' jump me. He won't even jump in. That boy running. Funny ass shit. Ooh, it's so funny how these niggas act.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball team.
Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that's high. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. This is taken at the 15. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
And for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter.
I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
To be able to run the ball successfully, they pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From midfield, here's Allen. This one complete.
Let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice here in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop.
To operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We're scoreless after one. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And past the
Case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down with Singletary, finding room to the 20.
Because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
He's just going to dump this one off to his full bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Allen off the play fake. He will find Diggs in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
A better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go. Nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, it's Cook again. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Yeah, they bring it
3 and out.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. To throw again on second down, Cousins. Toward the right. After the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And boy, he is 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. No returning. Than halfway there, we're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are. Not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Going deep for Diggs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that?
Where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when there's another defensive penalty.
A final shot before half for Allen. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. We now proceed. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. In. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary.
That might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot.
Now Allen, able to get away. And
in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And so 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin.
Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to...
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. And this is only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to...
Offense, the Buffalo Bills. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though.
Necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't, I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Pressure
Ace, and your defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
He's got it. The offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the counter, this is Singletary. 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Allen. And Diggs has it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we try to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On play action, Allen. Knox with a nice catch. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 40 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Cousins on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
And find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And the passes perfectly. They can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those are having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. They're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And down inside the 15 he goes. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Down at 8. On the give, this is Singletary. And he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move. Not to give up bigger plays. You don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. All afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Cousins again. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. I'm definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team.
The data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.